buy a cup of coffee, and you're willing to go out and buy it in bulk. Big, no brand, Colombian 100% coffee, you buy a big bag of it. To make that one cup of coffee, you need a little handful, it could cost you 5 cents. It's a commodity. At the lowest level, what's the most important thing that an individual cares about if you're offering a commodity? What's the only thing they care about? Price, right? So from the bottom here, price is relevant. When I get to the top, price will be irrelevant. Second level, you have a product. When you have a product, you can build a brand, you can have some loyalty, you can actually start positioning yourself. People will pay a little bit more just because it says Folgers, because Grandma served me Folgers when I was little, and I have a little bit of association with Folgers, right? Now, products are easy to kick off, aren't they? People can knock off a product, people can duplicate a product. Here's what's harder to duplicate is a service. Now, when you offer a service, you'll go to 7-Eleven, pay $1.15 for the same handful of coffees that somebody else ground and somebody else cooked it for you, and it's hot and you grab it and you go. Convenience, right? True or false? People will pay extra for convenience. Services can be knocked off, just like a product can. Now, what's happening now in society, when you have your cell phone, grab your cell phone, look at it. Is it a product or a service? It's both. It's a product and a service. So that's what we call an offering. Now, an offering can also be duplicated, but here's what can't be duplicated. Experience. How many of you have ever driven by 2 or 3 coffee shops to go to Starbucks? I do it every day because I have an experience when I walk through those doors. Just like McDonald's, they create an experience for the kids. Just like Disneyland, they create an experience for the kids. Just like Dr. Padilla is trying to create an experience for his patients. Now, all of a sudden, you'll pay $3 for that same cup of coffee. But here's where you distinct yourself from anyone else, is when you go beyond creating an experience. And by the way, the more predictable your offering is, in other words, if you offer, here's what I can help you do, and if you can get 9 out of 10 people to experience that, you will have raving fans. True or false? What if you only have 1 out of 10 experience that? The negative press will kill you. So how predictable your offering is in direct proportion to how much value you have in the marketplace. That's why you pick the best surgeon in the world, because he's done 8,000 surgeries and he has a 89% success rate for that procedure, right? Now, the way you go beyond the price trap completely, where price is completely irrelevant, is you provide an experience that's transformational. Where you change somebody's life, and it's a pivotal moment. And it's something that price is irrelevant. If you can help somebody lose 100 pounds and get off of 4 medications, do you think that person is going to be a loyal client, yes or no? Do you think beyond being a loyal client, people are going to ask her what happened to her and how did she get there? And she's going to do what? She's going to sing your praise, a raving fan. So transformation is the highest level of what's called dive out. This is from one of my mentors. His name is Marshall Thurber, and he teaches a course called Dive Out, Dynamic Value. How to add more value in the marketplace so that price is irrelevant, and your best marketing is always going to come from who? Your patients. Your satisfied clients are your best. No matter how good your marketing team is, your satisfied clients will always be your best form. So if you can take care of them, they'll take care of you. Creating a new system. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. Buckminster Fuller. Who's heard of Buckminster Fuller? One of the sleeping giants of our lifetimes. For the first, Dr. Ross mentioned that I was pre-med, and I decided not to go into medicine because I had a near-death experience as a result of a complication of the Naval Hospital trying to fix my back. I made a life-changing decision not to go into allopathic medicine because I figured I can never put somebody through this experience that I just did. And the more I learned about the human body, the more amazed I was with its healing capacity, the less I understood why we were so focused on surgery and drugs. And I took a different path in my life. But for the first 15 years, when Paul Pilzer told me in 1992, he said, Greg, the next entrepreneurs who create a new model of healthcare are going to be the next Bill Gates, the next billionaires in our society are going to be those entrepreneurs that figure out a better way to deliver healthcare to America. For 10, 15 years, I was looking for a way to do that. I just couldn't find a system. Then when I finally found a system, for the first 5 or 6 years, I was like this samurai warrior against the healthcare system. I was like fighting what I thought was this dysfunctional system, and I realized I'm not doing any good. I realized what I need to do is just build a different, better model and let people come to it. If people are swimming across the bridge, swimming across the river, and they're drowning day after day after day, if I build the bridge and start walking over it, they start seeing other people walking over the bridge, sooner or later they'll just start using the bridge. Does that make sense? So I stopped fighting the sick care system, and I started focusing on this new version of what I call authentic healthcare. Authentic healthcare is really focused on health, so let's talk about that.